the people that moved into Crystal, and they felt that they were getting a step ahead of the game.
If you understand the history of Crystal and the small town feel, hey, this is a place that it existed before, it can exist now.
Crystal is a great place, and it still is one of the best kept secrets, I think.
As the business community and neighborhoods took shape, many important decisions were made here at the Crystal City Council chambers. Overseeing those discussions for 8 different terms as mayor during a 30-year span was Pete Meinsma, who is remembered as a key figure in Crystal's stable local government. Mayor Meinsma, the council, and city staff saw the community modernize and blossom, as did the leaders and staff who served during the 1950s to the 1970s.
Well, there was a lot of vacant property, a lot of houses that were, they'd build 2-3 houses, it'd be 2-3 open lots. And so we watched houses get built, and we watched just the city kind of fill in all the little gaps of the city.
Streets were, kind of rugged, no curbing. Target came in to Crystal. That was a big thing. We felt like it was a real coup to have that, and we shopped there a lot.
It was, like I say, it was a first ring suburb, so it was, I think, the people that moved into Crystal and Plymouth, they felt that they were getting a step ahead of the game. Hey, we're in a little newer house and a little newer suburb, and I think it was just a advancement in their lives.
There was a Thriftway grocery store. That was about it for groceries. And across the street was Frenzel's Meat Market. And they had diagonal parking, and it was kind of an incline, as I recall. I always worried that I'd come out and find my car, going down the street.
If you understand the history of Crystal and the small town feel that you have, that used to be there, it's easier to recreate that. It's easier to know that, hey, this is a place that it existed before, it can exist now. And really, there's no reason you can't reach out to your neighbors, you can't have kids playing together in the neighborhood, running around the neighborhood still. That still happens in Crystal. It does.
As for retail strongholds in the area, the Target store here on West Broadway continues to draw crowds. And a little known fact is that this store is known as T3, as it was planned to be the 3rd Target store ever opened, but it actually was the 2nd Target store opened, as the store at Knollwood in St. Louis Park was delayed. Another tidbit to know about this Target store is that the script for the movie Juno was written in the coffee shop right here. Speaking of movies, portions of the Keanu Reeves flick Filling, Minnesota were actually filmed in Crystal at a motel that used to exist along County Road 81. That roadway, now called Botno Boulevard, has been a key transportation route for Crystal throughout the years, along with the well-traveled Highway 100. Both have seen significant changes over the years to serve Crystal and the neighboring communities.
Well, Highway 100, and yeah, it was kind of your get somewhere quick, way of traveling. Highway 169, which was County Road 18, was, back in the day, cars weren't as dependable as they are now. So when you went, especially as a kid, that was kind of a travel to go out to Plymouth, because there wasn't much out there. It was pretty open and not a lot of building out there. So it was to go on the other side of County Road 18 was quite the experience. It was like a day trip.
We've seen a lot of changes, especially Highway 100 and 81. It used to be that I could drive down the end of a street near me and just pull onto Highway 100 and go south and whatnot. And Now it's a freeway and it's a lot safer. We used to have some pretty dangerous intersections at 36 and Highway 100 and some less dangerous in different locations, but those have been made safe. Highway 81 used to be a place where traffic always backed up, and now we're to the place where traffic flows very freely and we don't see any backups anymore. So that has been really great to access all the other freeway systems. So it doesn't matter where you live or where you work in the metro, you have quick access to the freeway system.
Some of those changes to the flow of traffic in and around the city spawned early stages of redevelopment, and redevelopment is still an often heard discussion topic here at city council meetings decades later. One perfect example of an area that saw early redevelopment due to road changes was the intersection of Highway 100 and 36th Avenue North, which used to be the home to Melky Field and more. This is where high school sporting events drew huge crowds, and a large shopping complex and restaurants met the growing needs of the community.